Hey guys, Merry Christmas and welcome back to my CCNA 200-301 course. In this video, we are going to review IP version 4 subnetting. Are you ready? Let's get started. The first question is, what does subnetting mean? Subnetting means dividing a subnet or IP version 4 network into smaller chunks to assign them to different networks. For example, assume that you are the network administrator for a bank and you are responsible for your state. And IT department from the headquarters gives you a subnet and tells you you have to divide this subnet into smaller chunks and assign them into different cities in your state. This is where you need subnetting. Let's see how we can do that. We can do subnetting in different ways. In first perspective, we can do subnetting with FLSMs or fixed length subnet masks or VLSMs or variable length subnet masks. With FLSM, the final results would be subnets with same sizes. But with VLSM, our final results would be subnets with different sizes. The first one is normally used in internal networks and in our LANs. And the second one is normally used in WANs or public networks like internet. In another perspective, we can do subnetting either classful or classless. Classless, also known as CIDR or classless interdomain routing. With classful, we are restricted to the predefined subnet mask of each IP version for class. But with CIDR, we are free to use whatever we want as a subnet mask. Classful subnetting introduced first, but after a while, IANA understood that if they want to assign public IP addresses with classful method, the IP version 4 will be exhausted very soon. So then they introduced CIDR, so they can assign public IP addresses more granularly. As an example, we want to do one FLSM CIDR subnetting. Let's assume that our IT department in headquarters asked us to divide 172.168.192.0/18 into 5 different subnets. We cannot have exactly 5 different subnets in binary mode. So we need to select something close to the 5 and can cover it, which is 8. So we have to divide this subnet 172.168.192.0/18 into 8 different subnets. To have a better understanding of this subnetting, we need to write down our numbers in binary mode, which is like this, you can see in the slide. To create our required number of subnets, we need to know that how many more bits we need to add to our subnet mask so we can create that number of subnets. For example, if we need 8 subnets, like the one in our example, we need to consider 3 bits. Why? Because 2 to the power of 3 will be 8. So we will have 8 different permutations to create 8 different subnets. Therefore, our new subnet mask would be /21 because we added 3 more bits to our network ID part. The rest of the process is easy. You just need to create different permutations of those 3 numbers or those 3 bits and consider them as a separate network. So for our example, the IP range for the first network would be 172.16.192.1 to 172.16.199.254/21. I leave the other 7 subnets as a homework for you. Also, for each subnet, please write down the network address as well as the broadcast address. For the first subnet, as you can see in this slide, the network address would be 172.16.192.0 and the broadcast address would be 172.16.199.255. For VLSM, the process is not as easy as FLSM. you need to write down all possible subnets with different subnet masks and then select whatever you want from those subnets. And the only thing you need to consider is you shouldn't assign overlapped IP subnets. There are a bunch of websites as well as applications like SolarWinds Subnet Calculator, which you can use them to check your works when you're doing subnetting exercises. Alright guys, this was our today's video. If you enjoyed it, please do not forget to subscribe the channel, like the video and put your comments down below. Thanks for watching.